Okay, welcome to part 2 of math for today. Now I have drawn a chocolate bar. Grade 4A knows that I always call these things chocolate bars. They're just boxes cut into 10 pieces. So my chocolate bar is cut into 10 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got too many pieces there. Yikes. We'll get rid of that one. So if this is my chocolate bar, it has been broken into 10 pieces, and this is what I need to draw 4/10. That means I need to color in 4 of those boxes, and that now shows 4/10, which I can write 4/10, or I can write 4/10, or I can write it as a word, 4/10. So now, if I wanted to color in 1 0/10, how many pieces am I going to have to shade in? How many tenths is that? You're right, that is 10 of them, so I'm going to have to color all of these in. The whole chocolate bar is going to be colored in, so that would be 1 0/10, or 10/10. I have colored in the whole chocolate bar. So now I'm going to have the number 1.1. So if this is 1.0 is 10, how many tenths do you think that 11, a 1 and 1/10 is? And if you were listening to me just blubber that, it is 10 tenths. There's an 11 tenths. So there's 11 squares that need to be colored in. So I'm going to color in 10 squares, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I have to color in 11 squares, and I only colored in 10. So that means I need to have another chocolate bar, and I need to color in 1 of those. So I have 1 whole all colored in, and I have 1 piece of another one colored in. So that's how I would show with a picture or by chocolate bar shapes that I have 1 whole and 1 part, which is 1 1/10. So now if they asked us to color in, for example, 1 5/10, that would be, so here you see the number 10 almost, here you see the number 11 almost. Here you would have to color in how many tenths? You're catching on, 15. So I already got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that would be 1 5/10. Got 1 whole one, which that says, and 5 parts of the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 5/10. So now I'm going to draw a picture to show 2 7/10. So I'm going to make my chocolate bars. So I need 2 whole chocolate bars, and I'm probably going to have some parts, so I need to make a 3rd chocolate bar. So split them down the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have to color in 2 whole ones. That's my number in front of the decimal, which means I have 20 of them to color in. So I color in all these guys coloring in. So there would be 10 squares all colored in, 1 whole. And here I'm coloring in another whole, which would make the 2 whole ones. And I need to have 7 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 whole ones and 7 pieces. Or I can say 2 7/10 is 27 pieces I needed to color in. So I got 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 colored in. Now you are going to look at this exercise, and you're going to pause for a minute, and after you've paused it, you're going to decide how many boxes or tenths I need to color in. And if you want to, you can make your own sheet. Draw and shade blocks to show the amount. So you're going to either pause and draw your own, or you're going to pause and figure out how many I need to color in on this one. Pause. Okay, we're back. So I look at my number, 1 6/10. That would be, I need to color in 16 of my blocks. So I'm going to do it the easy way, and I'm going to color all of this one in. So I colored in 10 of them, and then I'm going to color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if that's what you thought I was going to do, you were right. So this one, I put those two numbers together, take away the decimal, I have to color in 23 blocks. So I'm going to color in all of this one, so that would be 10 blocks. This one would be 20 blocks, and this one would be 3 blocks. Okay, so that I colored in 10, 23, which is the same as 2 wholes and 3 parts. Okay, now I have to color in 4 9/10, which would be 49 of the little squares. So here I go. There's 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh no, I didn't draw enough bars. Here is one more. And I have to color in, I got 10, 20, 30, 40, or 4 holes I colored in. I need 9 of these. There I go, all but the last one. So that would be 49/10. So I got 49 of these colored in, or we got 4 whole ones and 9 parts. So if you got that right, super awesome for you. Way to go. Now we are going to move on to how do we write in words a decimal. So in this, we have written 3 7/10. So that means we have 3 whole ones, notice the word ones, and 7/10. So how do you say 3? Well, you just say 3. The decimal is always used when you're writing it in math and saying it in math. The decimal always is the word and then you have 7, and because it's in the tenths place, you write the word tenths behind there. So I have 3 7/10. 3 7/10. So if this was my number 4.5, I would say my whole numbers in front, how many whole ones do I have? That's 4. Then I have my decimal, and I have 5/10. I could do this one, but I go this 42.1. So here's my whole number that says 42. So you're going to write 40. Remember when we learned about writing numbers, you need to put the hyphen in there. 42, then I get my decimal, and 1/10. So it's exactly, you say it exactly the same way as you write it. 42 1/10. So now here's your activity. See if you can figure in what the missing blank is. So pause, figure it out. So here we go. So it says 4, so I'm going to write 4, and 8/8. So if I look at my number, I got the and 6/10 there, so what I'm missing is this number, which is, right, 17. So it's 17 6/10. So here I have my 16, I have my word for the decimal, and I have my word tenths, but I'm missing the 5, so 5/10. Here I have the words 38, which is right here. I have my word and, which is my decimal, and I have my word tenths, but I'm missing the word 4. here I have the word 30, which is right there. I have my word and, which is the symbol. And then behind it I have 8. And I can't just put 8 because they are tenths. Oh, this one's all left blank. So my whole number in front is a 4. So I'm going to put 4. Then comes my decimal. And my number is 1. And behind it goes tenth. So I hope that you all understood that. We are going to pause and come back, and you come back for part 3.